What's up, guys? So today we are going to shoot a pretty fun video. We're going to do an experiment to see how far $50 will get you in Infinite Galaxy. Now, before we get into all the spending, I do want to answer a question that comes up quite a bit when people are looking for a new mobile game to play. A lot of times they're wondering, how free-to-play friendly is it? How pay-to-win is it? And so first, I obviously want to give my thoughts on that. First thing I want to say is that many of the top players in the top alliances are free-to-play. So that confirms for me right away. Of course, you can have a very successful game experience in Infinite Galaxy by being free to play. That's definitely an option. And as with any mobile game, if you're going to be free to play, it will require a little bit of patience. Obviously, there are things that people can purchase to speed ahead a bit. But as far as whether or not the purchases are necessary for keeping up with the general player base of the game, you absolutely do not have to spend. That said, obviously, if you have a credit card with literally no limit and you're willing to spend untold amounts of money, you can, of course, buy a pretty significant advantage, but it's not really necessary. The beauty of this game is that it's a lot more about teamwork and the alliance that you're with and your level of coordination. You can have an incredibly strong fleet, but if you can't get any of your allies to come back you up when you're under attack, you can still have all of your stuff destroyed by a group of 20 much smaller players who actually have coordination. So while obviously having a bit more power behind you personally is an advantage, again, it's a lot about coordination and teamwork. And so if you have a good alliance and people are very active, you're going to get a lot farther, even as a free-to-play player. The other thing that I want to mention is that what you do spend in this game goes a lot farther than in many mobile games. In particular, I think at this point I've spent like between $30 and $60, and I usually do that in purchases of like $3 here, $5 there. Maybe on a big day, I'll buy like a $10 offer, and you get a ton of progress. So I'm going to demonstrate what you'll get from today. Again, we're going to spend $50, and wait till you see how much this pays in dividends. It's amazing. So another reason why I've chosen today to do this experiment is because they have events rolling around, and they have one going around right now called Top Force, which basically says, hey, if you're going to be spending anyway, we're going to give you a bunch of extra stuff to reward you for the fact that you were spending anyway. You can see here, they're going to reward you, and a lot of these rewards are easily obtainable for a $1 pack, a $3 pack, and you can get just so much value out of various things in this game for very, very cheap. So that's what we're going to demonstrate. So I've planned out what it is that I want to buy. So I'll show you that now. I got my list here. So the big purchase that I'm planning on making is going to be this right here, a $20 pack of advanced materials. And it's just a bunch of blue gear chests, and it's because everything that I'm going towards right now is going to be designed around the fact that I should be able to upgrade my outfitting factory. And if I upgrade my outfitting factory, I will be able to make all of my gear higher level via upgrades. So I need the materials to do the upgrades. And even though I have a pretty good amount of materials, I don't know exactly how many I'm going to need. So if I have a bit extra, that's great. I'll definitely be able to put it to use. So that's the big purchase right here. The next thing I'm going to grab is going to be this $5 pack, and this is going to speed up research. I have quite a bit of research I need to do because the other goal that I have with this little spending blitz is I want to be able to produce a new level of warships. I can currently produce level 5 destroyers, but I cannot produce level 5 frigates or cruisers until I finish a bunch of research needed to unlock even the ability to research that. So the good news is, again, with what I'm spending between the corium that I'm going to get, and if I just literally spend $5 in research speedups, I can make a ton of progress on that. Amazing value. And then those are the regularly available packs. But we're also going to look at the specials. Specials are limited time, and so they've got some good stuff in here. So we're definitely going to grab this one right here, which is the Gear Blueprint pack. This is going to come with a bunch of purple and blue blueprint packs, as well as a very good amount of corium. And the main thing that I'm actually worried about running low on when I want to create and upgrade a bunch of my flagship gear is going to be the blueprints. I don't have quite the income of blueprints that I have compared to the rest of the stuff. We're going to grab this. All right, and the last couple of things that I'm going to grab rounding out our $50 budget is a $7 pack of just corium. Corium is the premium currency, and the amount that you get from this is incredibly generous, and the way that the event going on right now is rewarding you for your spending, it is actually looking at how much corium you're getting. So just outright buying corium is a great way to progress very far in that event. And then finally, we're going to round out with this $3 pack because this is a lot of flagship gear blueprints for only $3. So the grand total of everything that I've just showed you is a whopping $50. And I expect that we will be able to make a mind-blowing amount of progress immediately just with spending that amount. And I realize that's a bit steep for some people coming from certain mobile games, but there are definitely a lot of other mobile games out there where $50 maybe gets you a character unlocked and that's it, and then you still have to get all their resources and power them up and everything else. So as far as bang for your buck, I think that this game monetizes very well. And again, I don't feel like I have to buy any of these things. I feel like I'm spoiling myself a little bit today and just really getting a bunch of nice stuff and really getting my money's worth. So on that note, let's see how it goes. All right, so we've just made the purchases that I described. You can go in a system here and see exactly what we got. But all right, on to the more important stuff. We've got some construction that I want to speed up. My main priority is getting my outfitting factory to level 15. So we're going to start speeding this up. This is not going to require much. I think just a single 2 hour here, and that'll actually go 2 minutes and change over, but that's done. That's fine. All right, the defense center we want to speed up. I needed the storage center for the outfitting factory. Now we just need the command center. The command center is just waiting on the defense center. So the defense center is definitely going to be a little bit pricey to speed up, as you can see. But this is why we got all that corium. So we'll go ahead and use 8 of these here. And I'll spend corium on the rest. The defense center is now upgraded. And moving on to the command center, we're going to start that. Now, as you can see, this very expensive. It is asking me for more resources, but don't worry, I have lots more resources. So we'll go ahead and crack those open for the steel. And then we'll go ahead and crack these open for the deuterium. I'm always sitting on plenty of that stuff, and I haven't had to spend on that. I haven't even been tempted to spend on that. We've been totally fine. I have a massive treasure trove of those, so we're good. So we'll start this. Now, normally this would take 2 days and change, but part of why we wailed was to get this building done. So we're going to use 18 1-hour speed ups. We're going to use 8 2-hour speed ups. And we've already cut it down to only 15 hours. So we'll just use the last of what we've got. And it's still pretty expensive, 2,179 corium. That is no joke, but I'm going to pay that because we were up to almost 30,000 corium with the purchases I made, plus what I'd been sitting on. So that is a small portion of what we got for the $50, so it's totally fine. As for the outfitting factory, we just need some titanium steel. So we'll go ahead and crack open all the green crates, and now we have more than enough titanium steel to start that upgrade. And then we'll go ahead and do a get now on this as well. And again, we're still well under the amount of corium that we got just from everything you've seen thus far. However, we are about to spend a lot of corium because the research is going to be very, very pricey. Now, the good news is just having that outfitting factory up to level 15 is fine, and I can already get a ton of progress out of that, which we'll get into in just a sec. This research is going to be very pricey for corium, but I'm optimistic with that pack we bought with all the research speed ups that we can do this a bit quicker. So let's see. We got a bunch of 5-minute ones, so we'll use those. We have 9 of the 1 hours, and then we'll spend corium to finish that up. There's only one more level on that, so we'll go ahead and do it. Seek help, speed it up. We'll use 19 1 hours, and then we'll grab it for 300 corium, which isn't bad. And that will allow us to immediately get the next level of frigates. And we're going to speed that up big time with that. Then get now for a small amount of corium. Now we've got the ability to make the level 5 frigates, which are the Falcon class 3 frigates. And then, if possible, I would like to get the next level of cruisers as well. This won't be cheap for sure, but speed it up. We've got that. All right, so it looks like it's just corium from here on out. I haven't been keeping an exact track of how much corium we've spent, but let's see what we can do. Yep, we'll go ahead and use that. We'll start again for 1,400. That is certainly steep. We'll start again for 2,200, and I believe we're still within our budget. This will be max for that, so we'll open those crates, so we're good on that. We'll open these crates, so we're good on that. This is probably around where the budget will end. Let's see, I can check. Oh no, we still have about 4,000 corium more than when I started all this, so actually, I think I calculated this pretty well. Now that we have all of these level 5, now I can do the next class of those. Yeah, perfect. We're actually going to have a little bit of corium left over. That's better than I was expecting. Anyway, the reason I had been making sure my shipbuilding was open was because now I can start one of each type of new ship and really fortify my fleet here. I'll go ahead and drop some shipbuilding speed up just to bolster the new fleet with some level 5s. So, let's see, speed this up and use a 2-hour there. Speed this up, sorry, that's here. Speed this up and use a 2-hour there. And now we can do a get now on all of these, although that one still basically needs another hour. So yeah, I think we'll use the 2 5-minute ones to make it a little bit cheaper. And yeah, we'll just do a get now for 131. That's fine. We'll do a get now for 73, and we'll do a get now for 73. So now I have some level 5s of each. And again, I can probably do another round of those. So let's take a look. Again, I have a 2-hour that I can use here. We'll do a get now for 75. I have a 2-hour here, and we'll do a get now for 162. And I have a 2-hour here, and we'll do a get now for 75. So I can actually do yet another round of them, I'm pretty sure. But let me make sure. I don't want to go over the $50 budget. I'm pretty sure, no, we'd still be good. I would still have extra corium, so I can get a whole nother round of them. So let's go ahead and do that. So we'll speed this up another 2-hour here, and we'll do a, well, I have a bunch of 1-hours also. So yeah, even though that's slightly wasteful, that's even cheaper. We'll do a 2-hour here, and we'll do a get now for 74. And we have a 2-hour here, and we'll do a get now for 74. And then we'll start one more round of each ship building. And now we can really see a big jump in this fleet. So you can see all of these are about to jump up. So we're at 659,000 power, but we're gonna do that real quick. And we've jumped up to 677k power. And that has all these level 5s in there now. It also leaves a bunch of the level 2s to back up this fleet. This fleet is mainly just for gathering those, so it doesn't really matter, but getting up to 677k on the main fleet, not bad. But most of what we did was actually not about getting those higher level ships. That is going to help me in campaign. But the reason that we did that is because I want to pop into this outfitting factory, and I want to make upgrades. As you can see, I can now upgrade this kinetic energy cannon, but we seem to have hit a slight snag in that I don't have the amorphous alloy I need. I have to look and see how we're doing on the interface substance. I am okay on the blueprints, and I am okay on the Unirite because I can break it down, but I might be hurting for those. However, I can immediately upgrade the blue electromagnetic cannon that I have. I can guilt-free immediately upgrade this plasma missile, so we're definitely going to do that. So our missiles just got better. These are equipped, so I would just need some monocrystalline, which is easy to get. Alright, I believe I can upgrade pretty much all of those. The deflection shield will use some of my interface and my amorphous alloy, so I just have to be economic about what I want to upgrade. But yeah, it's a real bummer. I really, really want to upgrade the purple kinetic cannon, but I need one more blue amorphous alloy, which I can get with one more green amorphous alloy. So what we're actually going to do with the remainder of the corium is we're going to pop into the shop here, and we are going to grab a bunch of these. We did finally get a single green amorphous alloy from a couple more chests that we were able to pick up without dipping below our corium. So I believe we can finally upgrade the purple kinetic weapons now. I just have to fuse some stuff together, and there we go. And let's upgrade this bad boy. All right, that added an extra 300 attack and another couple of percent from our kinetic weapon attack. All right, we're gonna upgrade our neutron light, We brought that to level 6. We just had the materials for that on hand, so that's nice. That's a blue electromagnetic cannon, so my guess is that that will compete with the resources. Yeah, that one's the same stuff that we're going to need for the purple one. So we're not going to do that quite yet. Take a look at this cabin module, though. Cabin module is not asking for any competing resources, so we'll take that straight to level 6. We'll take a look at this gold porcelain armor. And that is also not asking for any competing resources. I'll just make some blue thermoelectric alloy available, and we can do that. And then I'll take a look at this. I'm eventually going to replace this, but this just needs one green monocrystal. So we need a blue thermoelectric, a green monocrystal, and we're not going to do the deflection shield because that is going to compete for resources. But all right, so that concludes our whaling experiment. As far as measuring how much power we can gain, I jumped up to 2.4, almost 2.5 million total power on my account. I'm now in the top 5 for my alliance. We upgraded like 8 or 9 techs, maybe more in our research, upgraded several buildings. I was also able to upgrade most of the pieces of gear, including a piece of purple gear on my flagship. So I was able to make a ton of upgrades, was also able to bolster my fleet with a bunch of new level 5 ships, and now I can produce more of these level 5 ships immediately. But all of this really helps in campaign specifically. So this is going to be the end of part 1. Stick around for part 2, and you'll see how much more campaign progress I was able to make just off of these upgrades. And when you see the rewards that we get from campaign, you'll understand how far the $50 we spent today is really getting you, because the rewards from campaign are juicy. Stick around for that. So on that note, thank you guys very much for checking out this video. Please be sure to like, subscribe, and always whale responsibly. I will see you guys real soon. Until next time. Peace!